Hello everyone, it's Monsignor Cihak with your weekly pastor's message. This is how you stay up to date on everything that's going on in the parish. There's always plenty to be a part of the great community that we have here at Christ the King. Hello everyone, it's your weekly pastor's message. I have a full crew helping me this time. To kick things off, thanks again for the Funding Future Saints donations. We had the biggest turnout ever, and you can still donate. We've had I think the most we've ever raised so far. I think it's around 63,000 right now, but we're still waiting for some more to come in. And again, that's tuition assistance that gets doubled by the Weston match, and the rest for area of greatest need. And with our boiler, we're going to really need to move forward on an HVAC system for our school. So please give to that. We have produced some CTK car decals. Those are beautiful things that can go in the window of your car. They're $5 available at the parish office or at the school, and all the proceeds benefit the school. Some of you were able to get those last week after the masses, but there's still more available. So help to get the word out about our parish and school. So this weekend is the Feast of Christ the King. It's our patronal feast. It's the end of the liturgical year. And as tradition, we will be honoring our volunteers who do so much for the advancement of the mission of our parish and school. So we will do things a little bit differently this year. We'll honor all of our volunteers in a general way at Mass, and then invite everyone over to the parish center for our social. We'll have a Saturday night social after the 5:30 p.m., and then on Sunday morning after the 8:30, we'll have a Knights of Columbus pancake breakfast. And then after the 11, we will have our lunch with the youth. And over there, we can honor our volunteers and give them a nice gift in that format. And speaking of the liturgical year ending, we have a new liturgical season upon us, the season of Advent. It's not simply Christmas as the secular world would have it, but we have the time of preparation. So Advent's kind of a penitential season. It's purple, same as Lent. It's a short season, but this is a time to prepare our hearts like a manger for receiving Jesus at Christmas. And so a great thing to do during Advent is make a good confession, if that hasn't happened for a little while, and to take part in our parish mission with the Dominicans to benefit the Angelicum University. That is going to be an awesome mission. December 16th, 17th, and 18th, there'll be a morning session at 9 o'clock and an evening session at 6. Culminating Wednesday with a healing of families prayer service with confessions. We're going to have priests from the neighboring parishes to come help us with confessions as well. And just a note on that mission. So it's to benefit the Angelicum University, and so we'd like to invite you to come to the mission and to donate towards it. The Angelicum University is one of the great pontifical universities in the church. Some of our seminarians study there, and we will want to help them out in that mission of theirs in Rome. So come to the mission. Invite your friends. You don't have to be Catholic to go to the mission. You don't have to be from this parish to go to the mission. It's open to everyone, and to come and to prepare our hearts for the coming of Jesus at Christmas. Another thing you may have been noticing in the Mass is how much I've been using Eucharistic Prayer 1. That's also called the Roman Canon. And you'll know it because it has all the list of saints. And it's the reason I've been using it is part of our liturgical formation, and because the Roman Canon is the Eucharistic prayer that is most organic with the Roman Rite. And so, as you notice, as we do sacred music and the Gregorian chant, which is the most organic music to the Roman Rite, you're also getting experience of that Eucharistic prayer. In fact, before Vatican II, that was the only Eucharistic prayer that was used. But it's a very ancient prayer. It goes all the way back into the early church, and is the prayer that's been in the most continuous use in the Roman liturgy. So just invite you to continue to soak that in, to make those words your own, and to allow the formative aspect of the liturgy to continue to shape us as we worship the Lord. You'll notice we'll be having some different music during Advent. Whenever we switch liturgical seasons, the music is going to shift a little bit as well. So Alex McCune has prepared a video that's up on the homepage of our website, and the chants that we're going to be using are chants that the church has been using for centuries. So it's one of the cool things about it is the music that we'll be singing is the music that saints that we love and know sang when they were here on earth. And so just to give you a heads up that the music will shift a little bit, and we know this music already because we did it last Advent, and so now we're building our repertoire so that we know how to move through the liturgical seasons. So also during Advent, we have our major work of mercy, which is our St. Vincent de Paul food boxes. So those boxes will be showing up in the back of church. They'll have the packing slip in it. The idea is you take the box, you get the slip, you go procure the items, you fill it back up, and then you bring it back. And this is a wonderful community thing that we do at Christ the King. We've done it for years and years, and it brightens so many people's lives during the holiday season. So there's information in the bulletin of what we should be looking for, but please take a box, take 2 boxes, fill them up. Also to help volunteer on deliveries, which will be taking place on Saturday, December 21st, and always looking for additional drivers to help with those deliveries. You'll also notice in the bulletin this weekend is primarily our annual financial report. This is part of the mission, right? We need no margin, no mission. And this is to share with all of you about how your hard-earned donations are what they're doing in the parish and where that money is going. And so I'm very thankful to Troy Michike, our chair of the Pastoral Council, for helping to draft the report that also was approved by the whole Finance Council as well as the parish leadership team to give you this report and to show you where it all is. And you'll see an explanation about how last year kind of went. And I wanted just to highlight with all of you to thank you. You know, a year ago, we really did a push for an increase of tithing, and you responded generously. And you can see that we did have about a 10% increase of offertory this last year. It's very difficult to keep up with expenses, but so I really appreciate that. And you can see in the narrative and in the numbers, you can see how things went. And so as we look forward for next year, to again ask for depend on your generosity and to ask for your continued giving to Christ the King. And if you're not regularly tithing yet, I invite you to do so. We can do it online or through envelopes, but it's easy to get signed up. You can just call the parish office and we'll get you set up. This week's Educator Spotlight is Heather Lee Chambers. She is part of our middle school team. She is 7th grade homeroom and grades 6 and 7 history and grades 6 through 8 English and language arts. She's been here at Christ the King for 3 years, but she's been in education for 28 years. Her background, she has a bachelor's in journalism from the University of Oregon, a master's in elementary and early childhood education from Pacific University. She has a pre-K through 9 self-contained endorsement, 6 through 12 English endorsement, 6 through 8 social studies endorsement. Very well qualified teacher. And her favorite saint is, this is what she writes, "That is like asking me to choose a favorite book. It's just impossible. They are just always in my thoughts. For example, I keep a picture of Maximilian Kolbe's messy desk taped to the front of my messy desk. A quote from St. Augustine is over my classroom door, and my living room has a big print of St. Clare scaring off invaders with the Eucharist in a monstrance. The variety of holy people and the communion of saints might be one of my favorite parts of being Catholic, and I love sharing that with my students." Some more random tidbits about Mrs. Chambers. She read 103 books last year. Wow. She plans to assemble the world's best pub trivia team someday, made up of her former students. After a lifetime of disliking classical music, she discovered last year that she really likes opera. It sounds beautiful and the stories are bonkers. quoting that. Why did she choose to teach at CTK? This is what she said. With the support of an incredible parish, our school boldly lives the faith together every single day, and we teachers protect and honor childhood. In a frantic world, we're relaxed because we know who we are and what really matters in life. I get to read beautiful things with students, teach them the story of history, encourage their creativity, and support them in expanding their reasoning and writing skills. They also do nature journals, look at great artworks, diagram sentences, memorize maps, and write in cursive. And then they are off to other teachers who are bringing their content areas to life as well. It's a bit countercultural in the best possible way. Very effective in preparing them for high school and their futures, and a whole lot of fun. Well, thank you, Mrs. Chambers. We love having you as part of the CTK team. So there will be no pastor's message next week. A blessed and happy Thanksgiving to all of you. And I hope the Lord blesses you, and we have so much to be thankful for to the Lord. And so let's continue to build each other up and to eat lots of turkey. And may the blessing of Almighty God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit come down on you and remain with you forever. God bless. We'll see you next time.
Pastor's message, take 3,931.
We're gonna need Elise distracted me. CTK card decals. He can't make noise on the set.
Pastor's message, take 4.
You're making me laugh. Okay, get it all out now. Laugh all you want.
I just like the reaction.
Quiet on the set. Okay, where was I? Have a Knights of Columbus. God bless you. We'll see you next time. Henry.
What? Oh. I don't know where I'm going. Make sure to like and subscribe and smash the like button. And when you hear the bell ring, that means go to Mass. This is the Pastor's message by Monsignor Cihak.
CTK Studios. Is that it?
Ba-ba-bum-ba-bum.